So whenever I'm in close guard, I'm always looking for an overhook. Is everyone familiar with overhook? Raise your hand if you're familiar with overhook.
Yes.
Most people, okay. So if you're not, well, it's always good to examine it even if you've seen it before. So I always want to control his posture. So right now he's very high up. He's probably going to start to open my close guard. So I need to use my arms and my legs. I think that's one thing a lot of people get mixed up. They're always trying to like, you know, I can't pull the guy down. It's because you're not using 50% of your body, okay? So you can try to grab his head. That's one option. I like to hold the elbow, wrist, but I also need to use my legs while keeping my guard closed. I'm going to pull my knees towards my chest. Okay? You'll see this a lot in MMA because if the guy's here, he can start punching you, right? And then you got to cover up. In Jiu-Jitsu, they can't punch you unless it's sport Jiu-Jitsu, combat Jiu-Jitsu. So we don't have to worry about that. So again, I'm here. I can control one wrist. Doesn't really matter. What's really important is controlling his head. Okay? Sometimes I'll even sit up to do that. And look, I'm going to use my legs and pull my knees towards my chest as I sit back. Okay? Normally he's going to post one hand on the floor. You guys can see come on the other side for him. So as he goes to post, I maintain control of his head. I'm going to go over hook his arm. Okay? In training, you can even hold your rash guard, your D-pant, your nogi stuff. In tournaments, you're not allowed to, so just be careful. Okay. Once I'm here, I'm not out of the woodwork yet. I need to get my hips over to the side, the same side I had the overhook on. So I can unlock my guard, and look, I strip out a little bit, and I relock, okay? Because I want all this part of his body controlled. I don't really want to be square because he can pull his arm out, okay? So as soon as I get the overhook, strip out a little bit to the side, and I relock. That's going to be a lot easier if you're taller. If you're shorter, it's going to be a little bit tougher, okay? From here, guys, we have a lot of attacks, but the most basic one is usually a triangle attack, okay? So the hand that's holding his head, I'm going to let go, and I go down to his wrist, okay? And notice I'm holding with my thumb opposite of my four fingers, right? So here, if I can push his arm out, that's fine. Sometimes it's very tough. All I want to do is kind of control it, okay? From here, I unlock. I can place my foot on the hip too if I need a little bit more leverage. I'm shorter, so I usually will do some variation of that. And look, I pull that leg out, and I just need to get it onto his arm, okay? Okay. If you have longer legs, you need to go lower on his arm. He's gonna have more space that way. From here, the leg that's on his arm, it goes right behind his neck. Okay. And I want to lock my knee right behind his head. A lot of guys go too shallow, and that's why they can't finish a triangle. I almost want to put the crook of my knee behind his head, okay? And I like to kind of flex my hamstring as I do that, and it locks it in even more. From here, I go back to the head, and I want to lock my triangle. It doesn't need to be perfect now, but you're just going to take a pit stop here, right? From here, unlock the overhook. I'm going to bridge my hips up while keeping the head and start pushing his arm across his body, right? If you can, keep controlling that head so he can't posture up. That's going to be his big defense, okay? From here, I'm going to lock my triangle, holding my shin, and I want to pull my ankle towards his shoulder. You guys can't see, come on the other side. And look, now I lock my the back of my knee on my ankle, not my foot, okay? You can break your foot. Trying to lock this way and squeezing, you can pop your own foot. So I want to go on my shin bone, okay? So make sure you have this tightened up as much as you can, and then lock here, all right? And now I go to squeeze, keep pulling the head down, and look, the squeezing pressure comes from both of my thighs going in towards each other. If I just pull on his head, a lot of times that doesn't get the constriction on the neck. So I want to pull my thighs together. You guys remember the thigh master from back in the day? I'm doing that same motion, okay? So one more time, close guard, control the wrist and the head. I can even sit up. You know, I feel like he's gonna open my guard. I can even sit up on one elbow. And look, as I step back, I'm using that momentum to help carry him forward. He goes to post one arm. It doesn't matter. You should be pretty flexible in switching. Just keep one arm on his head, other arm overhooks, okay? From here, I don't want to stay too long. I unlock. Make sure you start escaping your hips to the same side. You have his arm trapped on. Boom. Let go of the head, control the far side arm, unlock. And I just like to get my foot on his arm. Taller guys go lower, shorter guys, we don't need as much space. And look, I throw the leg over, trying to get the crook of my knee behind his neck, okay? From here, I need to unlock or let go of the overhook so I can lock my legs, but try to maintain control of his head so he can't posture up. Bridge, get the arm across. Boom. Control your shin, unlock. If you guys can't see, I have my foot on his hip, okay? Tall guys might even be able to do foot on the floor, that's fine too. And look, I turn myself a little bit to the side just so I can lock that leg all the way around his neck. And I lock on my shin, keep control of the head. And look guys, I'm squeezing my knees together. That's the big detail here, okay? As soon as I lock the triangle, I start squeezing to get compression on both sides of his neck, okay? Squeeze. You know, some Tip Planet guys, they even keep this in. I'm not super flexible, so I can't do that kind of stuff. All right, guys? So again, a very basic move, but this is like basics that works on any level. If you can get close guard, overhook, it doesn't matter if you're doing it on me. I'm gonna have to take the time to try to get out. You know, it's not easy for anybody, all right? So let's give it a try, guys. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.